Is this on now? It is on. Let's go. Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Is the mic good? Let's see if the mic is good. Um, is the mic good? Let's see if the mic is good. Yeah, it sounds good. Great. So we already made some day today. Made some money today. Because I did two trades early in the morning. I recorded them, so I'll post them later. I saw it came down, and right after that, um, I saw those equal highs here, and we were chopping around here. So the first one I entered somewhere around here, I got stopped out, and then I entered right um, above this inversion, and I sold everything pretty much here. I was gonna sell half here and the other half on top, but it was almost 8:30, so I just sold everything before 8:30. So yeah, that was the trade for today. Right now, we're just chilling, and it's Friday, so Friday usually it's a pretty slow day for me. Um, we don't need this anymore since we already took them out. Is this a low from yesterday? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Says stream rate. Wait, 13. Oh, let me just change some settings here for the stream. Should be better now. All right, so starting from today, what do we have now? I still think we're going for the high. I am still with my eyes on the high. Um, I want to see if we're going to take this slow and come back up, or we can actually just take like the low from early and come back up. Um, say the 15-minute. Yeah, preferably I would take this low. This is a low I want to see getting taken. And then I have this 15-minute here, which I'll just mark it for now. Yeah, take that low or even this one. Like take the low, go for the fair value gap, come back up. That's what I'm interested in. I don't think we're just going back up right away from here. So I just wait and see. And we're probably gonna end the stream earlier today. So it's Friday. I have an SMT right now. It's gonna be market open, but I wouldn't be surprised that we keep going lower. We're gonna touch the fair value gap and then keep going lower up here. That's what I would. All right, 9:30. Let's see. Let's see what we do. Hmm. 51.64. Hey, if we could get a good entry, I would actually entry here. Just go down low with a smaller size. I still think we're coming back down up here or down here. I mean, we'll see. Got an entry, fair value gap, or like an order block. I would be quite interested. Right now, I have an SMT, but I'm still not like crazy about it. We have news in like a few minutes, in half an hour. We have news. So I kind of would be careful at the same time. Is this the high of yesterday? Cycle highs, okay. Oh, we never took out the CPI on ES. Oh, damn. Okay, guess you wait then. Let me actually mark the CPI high. I was not expecting that. That way, I don't know, man. If we actually invert this, if we invert this, I might actually go long. That's CPI high, and I really still think we're going for the weekly high of the September 23rd. Where is NQ is the weakest for sure. Now the best is just wait for news, honestly. What I would really like to see would be us for to take out the low from yesterday, even touch this is a 15-minute fair value gap, and then start going back up slowly. That way, yes, would actually have the opportunity to go for the CPI high from yesterday that didn't get it, didn't touch it yesterday, and Q did. And we probably have some type of gap as well. Let's see. Um, we opened. Oh, the delayed one where we opened that. 20,300. Yeah, we have a gap up to 417. Well, actually, we already closed at 8:30. Interesting. Uh, this might be a good play. It's just the news, and I'm not like super thrilled about it. But if we gain some momentum, I would actually, this would be an interesting breaker. We'll see. We'll see. I guess you can say we have those equal highs here. I'm just not too thrilled about them. We have SMT right now. Breaker. So the idea will be we break above, we get in, we go for this. If we make another low, since we have those two here, equal lows, I would just wait for us to take out the low or the fair value gap. That's what I would do. Still fairly bullish. Still has CPI there. So this would be our possible breaker. We close above it. Something like we push, we came back. Uh, this, and then equal highs at least. That would be my idea. All right, we pushed above. Let's see if we have news. Um, let's see. Okay, we have core PPI. You have preliminary consumer sentiment. Okay. I might enter here on the breaker. I'll go for 5. So 5, we go long.
Order filled.
Um, we don't need this big of a stop loss. I'll put it right here. Um, and I would go for these equal highs. That would be my trade for today. If we push now right above the fair value gap, I'll move my stop loss to break even. So we can remove this. Just need to push above the pretty much a 2-to-1, so it's fine. Remember the news. We also have news, so at news I would be very careful if we don't get there first. If you get there first, it's fine. If I don't, well, GG's. Let's see if ES wants to catch up. I mean NQ wants to catch up. ES. See, let's see if it goes above it. If we didn't have news, I would probably go for 400. Yeah, I would go for 400. Now I'm just playing slow. Let's see if we close above. If we close above, I'll just move my stop loss to break even. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. um, how close are we to news? 10 minutes. Man, what is going on with Top Step and their candles? I swear their candles are delayed. If we don't get it there by news, I'll close it right before news. So equal high, so it'll be this. All right, looks good. Let's see if we keep going. Got some momentum. I'll get out if we don't get there by news, or I'll get out if we make some type of like 1 minute breaker to the downside and secure profits. Okay, looks great. Should we do the bone? Let's do the bone again. The bone right there. All right. 9 minutes. Get in there. Come on. Get in there. 'Let's see. Are we gonna get subbed out? It's gonna make a bearish breaker. Let's see where we close this candle. We might just get stopped out. Not yet. Not yet. All right, market, let's go. Speed it up. 5 minutes. Mhm. Right, we're almost at news. I'm just gonna get out.
Order filled.
We might just go there, but we have news, so I'm not risking it. I never play news. Good trade anyway. It wasn't bad. Yo, what's up? The one stop trader. Thank you, man. Mm-mm. Yeah, it looks like we're going for those little highs there. It's just news. I never play news anyway, so I'd rather be out. Let me see how delayed is the stream. Um, Let me check. On top step, yeah, I only have combines right now. Okay, so it's not that delayed. I have I have actually a funded account, two actually on my funded futures, and then I have my personal account. All right, news in 2 minutes. They're not that important, but still, they can do weird stuff, especially on these markets nowadays. Markets up, I'm telling you, up to the elections, just gonna be like chop galore and weird stuff and lots of manipulation. I have one with Apex and one with Top Step. Oh, nice, that's great. Have you got any payouts so far? I'm not a big fan of Apex, the drawdown thing. So I tried them once and I didn't like them at all. Oh boy, see, would have gotten stopped out. We're probably going back up, but holy, that is why I don't play news ever. We're probably going back up for sure. It's just the average manipulation. No payout so far, but I'm about 300 away on Apex, and I can now withdraw with Top Step. I'll try and get a buffer on Top Step to at least 2500. Is it a 50k account or is it 100 or 150k on Top Step? Yeah, man, too many news where I got chopped up. Yep, this is what kills accounts for sure. Especially, and it's Friday. Like Friday, at least for me, Friday is just not the day, like the best day for me. Let's just say that. Both 50Ks. Yeah, so value-wise, I think the 50Ks are the best ones because of the drawdown to target ratio, profit target. Um, the only thing is you just have to usually play it slower or with less size. On my funded futures, I have 200Ks, for example, and there I never play with micros. I only play with minis. On the 50K, it's just impossible play with micros. Only when I have like perfect market conditions for me. So, but yeah, if you are, so you can now withdraw on Top Step. Nice. It's the option killer day, so it's all over Friday. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know if we're close to what is it called? Quad witching. Because when it's quad witching, oh boy, it's even worse than this. Yeah, here we go. I mean, yesterday, yes, didn't took CPI high. That's why I was so like focused on longs today. Um, he still hasn't took it, so it's pretty close. It's 58.44, but he still hasn't took it. And I really think NQ still has to go to the weekly high for like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Wait, what was the daily high? What am I doing? Oh, it was this daily high. Also, this is daily. Okay. Yeah, I do 612 micros. It has been working out. Takes longer, but you can hold longer. Let it play out. Yep, for sure. So the last since August, pretty much, I've been playing with only like between 5 and 15 micros on smaller accounts, and even on my personal, because well, markets are just it is so hard. Like you can be right nowadays, but it's just chop galore. Just like yesterday. Yesterday, um, where was it? It was right here. I got stopped out on this chop for like 3 or 4 times. And then I was like, yeah, bro, I don't care. Like, no, it wasn't there. My bad. It was here. I got stopped out here like 3 or 4 times. I was right on the direction. I said since the beginning we're going for the CPI high, but so I got stopped out at break even, and then we entered, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around here. Yeah, because of this breaker, and I saw like on the high. I was just expecting more range bound, so I was like, yeah, I'm out. Let's just take some money home. Even right now, see, like we went for that high, we're coming back down, we're just chopping. And I don't trade options. Um, I know some things about them because I used to trade with a guy that he's really good with options, and he's always telling like before was something like before markets would decide. I wait until after lunch, made about 1K on the funded, but before lunch it's just a pain. I have noticed for me. Oh yeah, for sure. After lunch, it's even worse. I usually trade up to so for me it's 3, so it's 4 up to 11. Yeah. After 11, I'm just not a fan of it. And the end of the day, power hour and stuff, not for me. But I was saying, so the guy was telling me the other day that like the stock market usually decides the option prices, but nowadays because the option market is so big, we got to a point where like the options itself decide the value or how the market moves, something like that, which will make sense with all of this chop. Like at the end of the day, this chop is just to make options worthless. So you can even be right, but you'll make no money. But yeah, I mean, even right now, to get into something, it has to be like a really good opportunity, or I'm not interested. There we go. Now, yes, took the CPI high. There we go. I guess I could have hinted on the breaker, on this breaker here. It's actually not a bad trade. Could have entered here. Well, I wouldn't have gotten an entry because this was the candle that gave me the confirmation. We didn't wick down, so never mind. Yeah, we're probably going now for the high. Well, this high, it's not the high of the day. And this is a 15-minute fair value gap. I'm just not that interested. Yeah, I play gaps on 5-10 minutes. You mean oh, okay. So you use the SMAs. Gotcha. I mean, if it works for you. Yeah, for sure. Like people come with like ICT is this is the best, or quarterly theory or whatever, or what's the name of the other one? CRT, whatever. Bro, just I'm telling you, pretty much every strategy works. It's just you just have to find the one that works the best for you. Because I used to trade when I started, I used to trade like trend lines. Then I switched to supply and demand. I don't hope for big moves. I get in 725 punts and then too much nonsense out there. Nowadays, yes, I go for smaller moves as well, like max 20, 30 points. It depends a lot on my stop loss because I don't like I hate big stop losses. I'm just not a fan of them. Um, so it's really hard for me for like have a really big stop loss, but then go for like 10 or 15 points. That doesn't work for me, so I rather not even enter. Um, but yeah, now pretty much all the trades are like 10 to 30 points. They're not more than that. All right, we took the 830 high. I need to work on entries because I take like 8 to 10 points drawdown. I mean, if you play the 5 and the 10 minutes, it's usually normal that you need a bigger stop loss. Once I move up to minis, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah. I mean, you can always stay on micros. Like, so use now between 6 and 12. So let's say you feel prepared or you have the cushion or whatever to use like 2 or 3 micros. Just enter for like with like 15 micros at first, and then let like the price goes down the 8 or 10 points and enter again. If it doesn't go down, it just goes up, well, you at least have 15 micros there. If it goes down, well, you have another opportunity. That's what I would do. Yeah, great. I mean, usually I'll use like uh, I can use up to like 30 micros. It's just for me the past 3 or 4 weeks have been really hard to trade. So I'm just now between 5 and 15. Um, even for the challenge. Um, I mean, I'll have the opportunity to go bigger whenever we pass the combine and start building the funded account. All right, right now we have this big imbalance here. Oh, we're just grinding higher. Holy. I go minis on combines with the setups. Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, um, usually I'll do it as well. There's always the risk of like blowing the combine much quicker, but yeah, I even on the 50K, I can use 5 or yeah, 5 minis. Like I can use sometimes. I have blown 8 fundeds and payouts. So funded accounts, I don't even know how many I've blew them up because usually here's my biggest problem at the beginning when I started trading prop firms. So I would, for example, pass the challenge, um, go to the funded account, and let's say so like top step, you pay for a 50K account, you pay $50 plus 150 for the activation. Soon as I had like 1,000 or made the 5 days, I would withdraw 200 at least to cover up the what is it called? The fees. The problem with that is you lose all of your drawdown. Your drawdown becomes zero. So um, I would lose all my drawdown and like two or three trades, I would lose the account. On my funded futures, I actually blew one account once because it was a 100K account. I don't know if you know how yeah, that's what I reroll. I almost hit it. Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough. But on my funded futures, what I did once was so I had an account, I got a payout, everything was fine. I had like 4,500 bucks where it go up slow, then we thought 200. Um, I mean, sure. If you have like some experience, sure. If it's like I always tell this like people that start trading prop firms. My brother, for example, was an example of that. So he got the challenge done. He had like 1,200 bucks on the account, and he could withdraw. And he says, "Should I withdraw?" And I told him, "I would withdraw at least the fees because you don't have the experience yet. So at least get your money back." But he didn't, and he actually blew the account, which was really unfortunate. But I was telling you on my funded futures, so I got a payout, and on my second payout, I got up to the day because it wasn't the expert account; it was the beginner's account or whatever the name is, starter account. I had one day that was more than 40% of the consistency rule or whatever, and I couldn't withdraw. I got so pissed because I needed like 700 bucks, something like that. And I tried the next day and I just blew that account. Um, since then, I never used the starter account again because of the consistency rule. But yeah, usually the best is just to go slow. Um, the thing with trading that a lot of people have a problem with, even I had that problem at the beginning, is you lose the notion of time. Like, um, so you make like 200, let's say you make $500 today. The next day you want to do 500 again, and let's say you did it again, so you have 1,000 now. On the third day, you make, I don't know, 200, and then you have 2 more days of 200. So you have your 5 days of 200. In total, you have $1,600. And people lose so much the notion of time. They feel like they had that account for so long because it's so stressful at the beginning that they just want to withdraw. And if you think about it on the real life, you work like a whole month to make, I don't know, $1,500, and you have to wait a whole month. But somehow on funded accounts, um, it's so much harder, especially when you have like really big days because you always want to do them again. But yeah. I've been since February 2023. I had zero discipline. That's why it's taking me so long, but I'm okay with it. Yeah. For sure. The hardest part is discipline and the psychology behind it. Um, at the end of the day, it's like that's why every strategy works. If you have the psychology and the discipline for it, and that's the hard part. Um, I had a lot of friends that started trading. Um, Even with me, I helped them. I gave some trades to them. They made money, but they got so caught up in like it looked so easy because I had the discipline and they didn't. They were just like, all right, tomorrow let's do more money and the day after and whatever. And the days where I like didn't had a play for them or didn't help them or I say the same thing, any strategy works, but without discipline, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I was like I didn't give them a play or I didn't help them. They were just going in at and they would like lose the first trade, they would just go on a fucking tilt and lose it and blow the account. Last time, one friend of mine, he was trading with me. We were talking on Discord. I mean, we were doing something else. We were not trading. And it was Powell time. Powell was talking. And he asked me, so what do you think about the market? And I said, I don't even care. Like, Powell is talking. You don't want to trade that. What does he do? He tries to short the market. The market goes down, yeah, for the first 5 seconds. Then it just goes ballistic and he loses the account. And he's like, how is that even possible? And I said, I just told you that Powell is talking. He's like the most important person for the markets. You do not want to trade when he's on. And yeah. Yeah. So have you took any trades today so far? Or no? When you're new, you have no idea. News can wreck you. Oh yeah. And if you get one of the news right for some reason, you think that's just, oh, this is easy. I'll just gamble news. And then you blow the account the next day. Damn, my dog is going crazy. No, I'm a perma bear, so this stuff is not for me right now. Oh man, I'm telling you, you'll eventually change. So 2022 was the year that we fell the whole year, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if we have here. I'm pretty sure it was 2022. Yeah, the year of 2022, it was the year that I started like day trading like for real. Um, well, I was a bear, like everything was bad news, and I was like, short, short, short. I got wrecked so many times. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. That's when I got wrecked in options. Yeah, I tried options at the time as well. But for example, if you had CPI, I'm like, I'm buying puts all day. I don't give two shits. And I lost so much money that year. Oh my goodness. Oh man, it was so tough. And after that, I was just like, okay, bro, I'm good with options. This is too much for me. Um, then I came back to stocks. Then I found out about prop firms, but the forex ones. Um, I got in at the end of the bull market. Oh, so the bull market of 2021, 2022. So the day I remember the exact day I started trading. It was right after the COVID crash. It was, where is it? 2022, November 2021. Yeah, I got right at it was March of 2020, end of March, because I was stuck at home. So I tried to learn how to trade. And I mean, the first few months were fine because I was like, okay, I guess we're going up. I don't even remember what reason it was. Um, but 2022 was really rough for me because I am still, even today, I'm still expecting some kind of like really big crisis. I'm just not gonna bet on it. I'm just doing whatever markets want to do. If you want to go up, just I'll buy. If it wants to go down, just I'll short. I don't even care nowadays about CPI, what the number is, what's the unemployment. I don't even look at the numbers. I just see what the market does and I'll try to go with it. Since I was new, I kept saying it has to go up. For me, it was the opposite. I was like, short, the world is ending. This is bad news. Short, short, short. And it went up. It would come down eventually, but of course, first had to come up, then I would lose money. Yeah, yeah. I become a bull too, but my numbers say I'm a bear, so I just wait. Um, I wouldn't say I'm a bull or a bear right now. I'm just flowing with the market, whatever it does. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, well, I'm like 4-1 RR and like 1% profit. Oh, that's great. You have a 4-1. It's actually pretty insane. On tough markets like these past few weeks, I'll usually go for a 2-1. Bull, I am 1-1, 72% profitable. You know why also? It's much easier to hold a short that to hold a long because if you check like any big drops where you make a lot of money, they're usually pretty quick. Usually like you have like really big candles and yeah, and when you buy, you always have the pullbacks. I sell way too early. It's the same for me. Even nowadays, I wouldn't say it's a problem. If you take profits, it's profits at the end of the day. But even now, see, even right now, uh, even before the market opened, I marked the two equal highs, the high and the yeah, it's elevated downstairs up. Yeah, for sure. And I would never hold this. Like it's really hard for me. For me to hold trades like this, I have to be it has to be like the market that I really like to see. No chopping, no bullshit. Today, for example, the first thing that I will think is, all right, we went up all week. Why? We're probably gonna chop some of. Man, those 15 minutes look strong. Yeah, they look great. I'm still thinking we're going for the daily high. This daily high that I had marked wrong was actually said weekly high, but it's a daily one. I think we're still going for that. Then I don't know, but for now, yeah. And price tells it like we came up, we came back down here. We're going that direction. On Wednesday, we hold this supposedly order block, if you want to call it that. So the only thing I would like to see today before we went up was if we took this low here, but we never took it, which is fine. But since we never took it, yes, but yesterday then dumped like 3 times hard, and it's Friday. Yeah, yesterday. So in news usually that's how I trade news. So where it was. This was yesterday, CPI day, yeah. Gotta have stop loss. Oh yeah, I always have stop loss. Like always. There is not a single trade where I don't use a stop loss. Even if it's like a dumb stop loss, I'll just use it. But I mean, yesterday, so we had CPI day. Usually, how I trade news is if we do like a really big week, or even on both sides big weeks, I usually wait for one to be touched. In this case, was the lower one yesterday, and I'll go for the higher one. But yesterday, the problem was we got so chopped up, like 3 or 4 times in a row. So we came down, right? And I was like, okay, so now here I'm going for the high of CPI. I got in. I'm pretty sure it was this inversion, the first trade. I got in. I got stopped out because I moved to break even. I got in again here when we took out this low. I got in again. I saw they were slowing down here. I put myself at break even, got stopped out again. I saw all of this, and I got in one more time right here after this breaker. Um, Now I was going for the. I haven't told on stream. We're probably going for the CPI high, but I was so frustrated with the chop that I was like, I sold half here. I'm pretty sure. Move my stop loss to break even. I think I had 10 micros. We went up a little bit more, and I was like, oh man, we're gonna chop again, and I sold, and that was it. And if you check every single day nowadays, just chop, chop. There's some type of chop. It's really, really tough. And usually when you have like a move, just like now, like where do you even enter? If you're waiting for a pullback, like where do you enter on this move? Do you enter here, I guess? If you play fair value gaps, we didn't even touch the fair value gap. It's an equal low. Or if you enter here, where's your stop loss? Because if you enter here, let's say you enter here on this fair value gap, if you trade fair value gaps, close your eyes and hit buy. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'd rather just take my money home. Because the thing is, let's say you enter here, okay? You have this stop loss right here below the fair value gap. The thing is, your idea is still right, even if the price comes down here. Because you have another fair value gap right here. So that's why I don't usually play this type of well, let's say if you trade discount, like have you been to discount yet? No. Um that's why I stay away from this. Yeah, it's the best, man. It's the best. If you made some money today, oh man, I wouldn't even touch it anymore. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Just chilling now. If anything, I'll take a trade just to get a trade in. Um, on Apex, do you need to like make a minimum per day, or it's just a single trade? Doesn't matter how much you win or lose. I don't remember. I know Top Step is like 200 bucks a day to count as a green day, but I don't know about Apex. Purples, no, just 10 days trading for a pay. Okay, okay. So it doesn't matter how much you do. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's the only like disadvantage that I'm not a big fan on Top Step, but I still think it's the best one. Each provides pros and cons. Yeah, for sure. I would just say like the most reliable one. Yeah, I have 710 on top step already, but I had not the buffer yet. Okay. Yeah, if you can keep the buffer, it's so much better. Since I do micros, I only average to 20 a day. Hey man, it's a green day. It's a green day. Even if you get 50%, that's gonna be 110 bucks a day that you'll get on average. So that's a lot of money. People just lose the notion of money because sometimes it's so easy to make money on the markets that people lose the notion of it. Like most people don't even work for like 10 bucks an hour. So to make 100, you need to work 10 hours to make 100 bucks. But people go crazy because they haven't done 500 bucks in 3 minutes on the markets. I make 280 a day and I'm here for 8 hours. Yeah, see, that's right. Just I see 110, I'm done for the day. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I get sometimes you get overconfident. We all suffer from that. But oh man, if you follow the right psychology and think the right way, it is so much better than any job. I used to be overconfident, but I'm a different person. I would say the problem with the not the problem, but we all at some time have been overconfident, especially when you have like really good days in a row. I pay my dues this past year and a half. We all did at the beginning, man. I would say it's losing is just part of the investment of trying to make money. The thing is, people give up too early because they don't see results right away. On a normal job, yeah, you just work, you make money right away. That's it. On this, it's just like you have to really like struggle first. Situation, yeah, right there. Situation for sure. Because they go big and wrecked so fast. Yeah, even sometimes they don't get wrecked at the beginning. They get like they get really good days. That's the worst, honestly. When you have really good days at the beginning, because you're not prepared for the losses when they come, and you're always expecting bigger wins. Yeah, it's just like the casinos. It's a lucky beginner. That's what happened to me in options. I made 9,500 a month, overconfident, and wrecked a month later. For me, I'm telling you, the first like big win that I had was when it was the GameStop and the what's the cinema called? Not AMD, AMC. I bought some AMC and I made like 3,700 bucks in like 2 days. Um, and I was like, bro, this is easy. Oh man, I withdrew like yeah, AMC. I withdrew like half of it and put the rest back again. Well, let's say it didn't win so well. Friend makes 74K on Tesla calls back then. Yeah. It's just really tough, man. Mentally, he also took it out. I gave it all back in a year humbled. Oh yeah. Hashtag humbled. But yeah, the mentally, this is like the worst, I would say, job in the world mentally. It's just outside of course like doctors and surgeons and whatever. But for like a normal job, let's say it, mentally this is just so tough. Because even yeah, you can have big wins, you can have big losses. I think the worst ones are when you're right, but you like sell too early or gave up too early. It's really tough. Trading is the hardest thing I've ever done because it touches all the psych we have. Yeah, for sure. And even can affect you on outside of your trading life, which is really tough. And one of the big problems is you cannot talk about it to like normal people, regular people, because they don't know it. They don't trade. They don't know how it works. They don't know the feeling of like being right one time, being wrong the other time, have like good streaks, bad streaks. It's really tough to share it and to talk with other people. Even explaining to someone that they trade is really hard. People can't comprehend, and everyone thinks it's like a scam or something. Which I get it why people think like you go on the internet and everyone sells you the dream and they can't even trade. Yeah, I have a trading buddy and I have YouTubers I have contact with. Oh, that's great. That's great. Usually I'll I'll I did everything by myself. I had a Discord group once. I was on a Discord group. They were options traders, really good options traders, like crazy good. The problem was the time zones were different, so I couldn't like be with them all the time. And here in Europe, it's just really hard to get like a decent broker with good options outside of interactive brokers. So I gave up on options as well because of that. That was the only time where like um, I was with other people. Now it's just like some friends that want to learn or people that ask me, dang, by yourself, tough. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just you versus you. You can share whatever you want with people, but at the end of the day, it's just you versus you. I'm not properly against, but I'm not a fan of like big Discord groups, especially when you're a beginner, just because everyone has a different bias and a different plan, and you get caught up with it. And sometimes you're lost and you go on those Discord groups, look for an answer. Yeah, but at least to vent frustration. Um, yeah, you could say that, yeah. I mean, I share some of my frustrations like family and stuff. They know what I do, just to mirror on your. Yeah, I mean, I don't share like normally with people, but I have people who I talk to about when I have like worse days. I was talking with my mother the other day as well about like the last few weeks have been really tough for me and really it's not really outside of hard, that's not the problem being hard, it's just frustrating sometimes. So yeah, I share that, but she knows nothing about it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, at least having a good any type of like psychology support is good. Outside of that, I would be kind of careful on where do you go and look for answers or even to learn. Me and the word frustration has a special bond. I think trader and the word frustration have a really special bond. So, but yeah, I think I'm done for today. I'll stay a couple more minutes until 11. Then I'm gonna be out. There's nothing that like calls my attention right now. I am still on the thing that we go higher to that daily high, but it could be a Monday. What we have next week? Let's see what we have. Um, Next week. Oh, we have a bank holiday on Monday. And outside of that, nothing, pretty much. You have news on Thursday? Here, let me show you. Where's the, there you go. There's nothing crazy next week. Okay, you have a bank holiday. Um, but yeah, I'm still looking for that high. We can go down and back up again, or we can just chop now because it's Friday. I would say if we chop during lunchtime, we might go higher at power hour. Every single Friday now, it's just um, market goes crazy every single Friday. Last Friday was the same, I'm pretty sure. Last Friday was the fourth. It was right here. 3, 4. So we came back down. Fourth, 12, 1 p.m. Yeah, we came back down, but we went ballistic on power hour. I am ballistic, it's 100 points, nothing crazy. And the week before, I'm pretty sure it was the same. The 27th. 8, 10. Power hour is was right before a power hour. Yeah, I'm just not interested in this. But yeah, if we're going for that high, right now we're probably going for some type of discount. Probably this fair value gap, somewhere around here, I would say. That's what I would be interested in something. If we break down, then I'm assuming we're going for the low day. I don't know, but it's not for me. But hey, man, thank you for stopping by. So we will end this week with how's the week going? Uh. 3 days, $1,400. I mean, not bad. We're halfway the combine. 75%. Not great. This. But I mean, I'm not too worried because we're chopping around. So I'm just playing much safer. Is there any type of low? Am I still got that? No, this is my environment. But I will wait. So what do you mean, like pullbacks? That's your environment? That's what you mean? 1, 2, 360 area. Yeah, I was just talking about it. The like discount being on discount. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it's what they call like the golden zone, 360s. Yeah, I'm just not trading more today. I'm kind of done. Yeah, 360 looks pretty nice for a, I would say if we mark this 70s, even 60s. Yeah, we could say we have equal highs here as well, so that's nice. We can remove this. That was the short right there from the top. Oh, really? Let's see. That would be really tough for me to short that. I've been burned so many times shorting the top. I no longer getting. That's the thing, yeah. The only way I usually short now is if we have any type of SMT, which we don't have, I'm pretty sure. We don't because this high is the same as DS. And it's not really a good entry for me. So I would probably try to enter here, but we never got an entry if I was looking for shorts. So yeah, I'm with you. I'll rather just play the uh the long again. We don't need to be on every move, just need to take a slice of the move. So You get in and out in 1 minute. Um, usually, usually yes. Um, but my bias is never. I never get my bias from the 1 minute. My favorite one is actually the 15. So one play that I really like that I usually do is so we have this fair value gap here, the 15 minute is look for the breaker inside the 15-minute fair value gap. That's probably my favorite trade actually. Um, 5 minutes is just really tough for me to trade right now, just because since the market is chopping so much, it's too much of a stop loss for me on the 5 minute. That's the only thing. Actually, speaking of the play, there's actually 50. So if we actually push higher now, this would be the breaker. I use the 10, then get out on the 1. The 10 minutes. I think I never use the 10 minute. Top step doesn't even have. Why the 10 minute? Have you tried like others and the 10 minutes just the one that works best for you, or the 15 minute would be too big for me? I would have a heart attack. Yeah, that's why I have the 15 minute right here. So for example, right now we're inside the 15-minute fair value gap. This would be the breaker, this blue candle. So I would enter here. This is how I imagine like my stop loss getting smaller. The 10 on Ninja Trader. Okay. So right here, this would be my trade, for example. Um, I can even go with 2 just for the giggles of it. But yeah, this would be like my A plus setup, let's say. Sometimes it just doesn't go to the breaker and doesn't touch, it just goes. But this is like my favorite setup for sure. You can also try it on other time frames. So I use the 15 minute with the 1 minute. Usually you can use the 1 hour with the 5 minute, but it's too big of a stop loss. You can even use the 5 minute with the 15 second, but it's just too fast for me. So yeah. So yeah, this would be like my A plus setup if it went there and then catch my order. Yeah, I see 380 hitting before 480 it hits. Could be. Um, could be for sure, yeah. I would even say um, we all see different things. It's crazy. Yeah, it depends a lot of on what type of strategy you use. One thing I really like focus on is the manipulation side of things. So that's why I say you can be right because so I enter here, let's say, or people enter here. We have the slow right here. Price would come down here, so like the 380s, manipulate all of this and then go back up. That makes sense as well. But usually this is one of the trades that I really like. I saw it be at 60. So like a 20 point stop. Yeah, makes perfectly sense actually as well. So from my view, this would be the manipulation. So the 380s, it would also touch this imbalance that is empty. So yeah, that makes that makes all the sense actually. I've done 3 micros and add under 420. I would have done 3 micros and add under 420. Hmm. And how do you manage your stop loss if you like, let's say you enter, um, you just keep your stop loss until it gets to the profit, or do you move your stop loss to break even eventually, or YouTube crashed on me? Oh man, unfortunate. It's fine. I was asking how do you manage your stop loss if you like, okay, break even 1 to 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been doing pretty much. Yeah. And I sell something on 1 to 1. If we have news, I'll sell pretty much like 70% of it. If it's not, I'll sell like between 30 and 50. And Q looks the strongest for sure now. Before market open, it was ES actually the strongest. So my 29 will be somewhere around here. This is what I will move to a break even, or even this high, this swing high. I would sell something here on the swing high. I just didn't got an entry. which is pretty unfortunate. Never touched the breaker. All right, man. I am done for today. Good luck with your trades, the one-stop trader. Thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you soon, man. Take it easy. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.